And that's what you see from the companions. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, a man was haranguing him in the mosque of the Prophet after one of the prayers. And Abu Bakr just sat there and the Prophet was smiling at him. Then Abu Bakr answered back. When Abu Bakr answered back, the Prophet got up. And the Prophet left. Abu Bakr said, why would you leave your friend at this time? And the Messenger ﷺ said, when someone harangues a Muslim, the angels defend him. But when you answer back, now it's an argument, the devils come and the angels leave. So when you argue for your own self, okay, when you're arguing for your own self, the devils come in. When you're arguing for the religion, the angels come in. That's a difference. So we should prioritize someone who deviates from God and his prophet, knowingly, not accidentally. We should have common sense and mercy too. You don't take someone from a non-religious background 100% and judge them on somebody who's born and raised with shiyukh, right? I always have to tell my kids this all the time. It's part of the education of religious people in this day and age. Keep in mind, you have a foundation that not everyone else has. So don't be hasty when you see another Muslim doing something bad. You know it's not right, but you don't be hasty with them and ever look down on somebody like that. You can look down on the thing. I know that's wrong, but I'm going to keep in mind their background. Okay. Some people, I know them, when they walk in the mosque, everyone's like, what the heck is this? Have some, like, they're loud. They may not be dressed appropriately. All these other things. They come in the masjid and I was like, what is going on with this person? They got no adab of the masjid, but I know their background, right? Their background. This is almost a borderline miracle that you've seen. From that background, that they're coming to the masjid like this, that's almost borderline like a miracle from Allah. The fact that they're even stepping in the mosque. There was a man who made Hajj. He's about 67 years old. He was such a headache the entire Hajj. Lebanese Arab guy, right? And my dad was on that Hajj. And he just told everybody, stop. Let him do whatever he wants. Okay? He ended up not being able to fulfill the Hajj. Okay? Couldn't fulfill the Hajj. He couldn't do it. He's like, I can't, this is too crazy. Everything about this is, I can't do this. Right? And he was so unreasonable and insane. Like, he went to Muzdalifah. Everyone was picking up the pebbles, right? He's like, hey guys, I have a business idea. Why don't we make a vending machine that pulls out the pebbles? Everyone's like, are you insane or something? Right? It's not the time for this. Now, why did this man, I mean, my dad was advocate. He would tell the Hajj group, leave him alone. Don't say a word. This Lebanese man was a Christian his whole life. He converted to Islam at the age of 65. Do you know how rare that is for a Lebanese Christian? They despise Muslims. Well, they like the dancing Muslims, the Muslims at the club scenes. That's fine. But they'll never become a Muslim. It's so rare that you become a Muslim. So he comes to 65 with all these crazy habits of his, but he fell in love with Abdul Basit. He listened to Quran day and night, became a Muslim. Okay? 2 years later, he wants to make Hajj. He can't do it, right? You can't really expect him to, because he was very obese. And Hajj, when you're heavy, is tough. And at that time, it was hot. Well, he came back and he died 3 weeks later, right? So be very mindful of the non-religious person who is innocently not religious, innocently committing sins. This is the big difference between us and many other conservative groups. Conservative meaning like mutahaffidh bid-din, truly trying to preserve the religion, not mincing words, not cutting corners in religion. But we have to do it with mercy because you got to look at people's contexts. He broke his Hajj. That's one of the worst deeds you could do. You know that? Breaking your Hajj. He said, I can't do this ihram anymore. My thighs I'm destroyed. I have to take a shower. Right? And he's a businessman. They're always clean, proper, sharp, well off. He died 3 weeks after he came back. But the whole thing for him to become Muslim, go to Mecca, go to Medina, even if he failed his Hajj, okay, it's like a miracle. The fact that and do you know how much he had to fight his kids, his family, his ex-wife? He had a Lebanese Christian wife with kids. He divorced her, married a non-Arab woman, right? And, there was more freedom for him to become a Muslim with her. She didn't really care. Sometimes you see a thing that looks so bad, but it's actually so good. So be very mindful when we talk about leaving off sinners, how we do it. Okay, be very careful. This is part of the application of the law. There's a law and there's an application. That's public sinners, not innovators.